Do you want to buy a home right now? You're not in a position to take advantage of all of the great homes out there. Stay tuned, and I've got some great information for you. So now is probably one of the best times to buy a home. Interest rates are low. Not too many homes are out there, and all of your friends may be talking about buying a home. But you may be in a situation where you can't buy a home, and you keep hearing about this thing called lease to own. And you wonder, how does it work? Well, I'm going to tell you, for most of the time that I've been out there, I've gone lease to own, and I've looked at it, and everything I've seen has shown that it's been a complete fraud.
Oh
Fake. 100%. Not worth your time and effort. Then some things changed. So there's a new program that is actually sponsored by the state of Nevada. It's actually run through the state of Nevada. That's a lease to own program. Now, with most lease to own programs, here's how they work. It's somebody who's putting their house on the market, and their plan, this is their plan, okay? You give them a certain down payment. See, that's the part they don't tell you about. So a lot of people are looking to lease to own, and they kind of want to just lease a house and hopefully one day own it. Yeah. You put a down payment for an option, and you pay a little bit extra per month towards the house. And then what happens is one day, maybe we can afford it, you buy the house. Well, their plan is you never get to buy the house. It's like when you go to those used car lots, the buy here, pay here places. You ever look at Last Week Tonight on HBO when they talk about that car that was bought and sold multiple times, that was worth like a couple of $1,000s that the dealership made like $30,000 off of because it kept getting repossessed and kept going out at high interest? That's what lease to own was like, because their idea was to collect that money up front. Instead of charging you, let's say, $1,200 a month, they would charge you $1,300. Well, there was terms inside their contract like, oh, if you were late on a payment, but you didn't get any of that money back. It was all a scam. So that's their plan. Well, there's new programs now out by the state. A big one is called Trio here in Nevada. It's in multiple states now. It's actually a company, and they've partnered with the state. And if you're interested in a program like that, just reach out to me, and I can get you all the information that you need. So here's some of the ways that it works. And so I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you now. So you need to have a minimum credit score, and it's not that high. It's like 580. 580. Buy a house, you need a higher credit score than that. So you do have to have a certain amount up front, about the same as you would for if you were to go and lease a house. So it's about 2 months of the payment. Remember, if you're going to lease a house, what do you have to have? You have to have the first month of rent, and you have to have a security deposit. Same. Okay? So you got those two things that you have to have. And then here's what happens. You don't have to just go and look for some house that's lease to own, where somebody just says, okay, one of my options is we'll do lease to own. Or this is the house I'm going to keep leasing to own and make even more money off of it. You get to choose whatever house you want that falls in the program guidelines, which is a lot of houses. Because it's run by the state, they want you to be in a safe and nice house, which means it covers more options, which includes condos, townhomes, and you ready for this? Hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats. Brand new construction. Were you listening to me? brand new construction. You get to go and build a house from scratch. So how does it work? They purchase the house. That's right, the state purchases the house. You pay your rent to the state. Pay your rent to the state based on a predetermined formula. And then after approximately 3 years, so they're giving you this time to build yourself up, you get to come back and go, okay, we've just built ourselves back up. Now I can try to buy this house. What happens if you haven't built yourself back up? They give you another 2 years. So you can go up to 5 years to buy this house. How much do you buy it for? The price the state purchased the house for plus 1%. So if the state purchased this house for $300,000, your purchase price 3 to 5 years from now is $303,000. That sound like a good price for putting down the same amount as renting a place that you can call your own? See, we still haven't gotten there yet. It gets better. So let's say you just purchased it. You just went into this program. You bought the house, lease to own, $300,000. And we've had the kind of run up we have now. And the price of the house is now, 5 years later, it's worth $330,000. It's appreciated $30,000. Do you know they give you the $30,000 to use for down payment and closing costs? What? They give you the $30,000 for down payment and closing costs. Your appreciation, they give you. What? It gets better. Let's say we have an economic downturn. We all know we're in a pandemic. Let's say you buy this house. Lease the house. And the economy turns around. And instead of it being worth $300,000, 3 years from now it's worth $270,000. What do I do now? You're not required to buy it. Remember, you leased the house. You can go those other 2 years, continue paying, because maybe it's cheaper right now to lease it than to lease another house. Maybe you don't want to move. Maybe you want to keep your kids in school for right now. Let's say you need to move on. You get to walk away. Just like a regular lease. Talk about the best of all worlds. So let's just use a 3-year scenario. Price goes up, stays the same, goes up. Let's say it stays the same. You buy the house if you want to, or not. Say it goes up to $330,000. I'm making numbers up. $320,000, whatever. You get the difference for down payment and closing cost. And your credit's good. It's gotten better. You can now buy the house. It's an assumable loan, by the way. That's the way they do it. It's an assumable loan. You assume the loan now. Let's say you decide to skip on. Either get another house. As a matter of fact, in the program, you can trade up. This is cool about it. So there's nothing for you to lose. So if you're interested in programs like this, go ahead and you got my info. Just reach out. Text me. It's going to be a little bit better to start out. Just text me. Say, hey, tell me about this TRIO program. I'll get some information to you. And as always, like and subscribe. I got more information coming out. There is a lot of programs out there. As a matter of fact, if I have time, we got a down payment assistance program. Remember, I'm on NAREB, National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I'm on the board of directors. We've got a down payment assistance program webinar coming up, and I'll be running the technology for that also. And we'll be going over all the programs that are related to down payment assistance here in the state of Nevada, see what kind of money's out there for you guys. So if you're interested in that, just text me on that too. So we're here to help, or at least I'm here to help. NAREB's here to help too. It's a great organization. That's the main thing that they're here for, is helping you guys out. So again, subscribe if you want to hear more of this. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.